people here make this. We've made lifelong friends.
Everything you want or need is right here.
We met more people here in 10 days than we did 10 years up there. So that's the kind of place in paradise that this is.
Today we are in one of the most affluent coastal cities that's known for its laid-back upscale resort lifestyle and is one of the wealthiest areas in Florida. We're at Pelican Lake Motorcoach Resort here in Naples, Florida, and today we're going to interview a lot of the different owners here, look at different lots for sale, talk about rentals, and I think you guys are going to really enjoy seeing one of the nicest motorcoach resorts in America. And I would say that this motorcoach resort is in the best area of any motorcoach resort in the world. We're going to find more upscale restaurants, upscale shopping, some of the finest golf courses, all in close proximity to Pelican Lake. And I think you guys are going to be surprised when you see the value and some of the prices of some of the lots for sale. So let's go meet some of the owners here, the real estate team, and learn more about Pelican Lake Motorcoach Resort. So when I looked up Naples, Florida, it described it as an upscale, affluent coastal city. How would you describe Naples?
I think that description is honestly spot on. The one thing I love about Pelican Lake is the location. We have downtown Naples, which includes Fifth Ave, Mercato, where there is so many dining options. And then just minutes away, we've got white sandy beaches for Marco Island, where also has great dining options. And then there's shopping, golfing. So definitely a high-end coastal retreat, perfect for the winter. It's even gorgeous in the summer.
Now, I know golfing is very popular in the Naples area as well. Is there a lot of golf courses close by here?
Yes, the nearest one is just a few miles away. And then some of the bigger courses is, I would say it's all within a 10-mile, 15-mile limit. There's some beautiful courses. We have a lot of residents here that really enjoy golfing. It's a big part of their time here at Pelican Lake. So yes, lots of golfing.
And what are some of the other activities that guests here and owners at the resort enjoy while they're in the area?
I think that a big hobby or just something fun for everybody to do on the weekends is boating. Obviously, we are in one of the best boating areas of Florida. So whether you have your own boat and you want to drop it in at a slip and go and check out some of the little sandbars or islands we have around here, or there's some really great boat cruises that leave out of downtown Naples.
Now, how far are you from the closest marina or beaches?
Marco Island is definitely the closest beach to us. It's about a 15-minute drive, and marinas are pretty much spread out throughout Naples. We have one just a couple of miles away. So if you did come here with a boat, there's plenty of storage spaces if you have your own boat that you want to bring, or there's options for renting boats nearby as well.
And I'm sure you and the team at Pelican Lake here have different options for boat rentals or boat charters, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, we have a lot of renters and owners that come into the office, and we have a whole list of recommendations for fun things for people to do nearby.
And I bet if you make friends with the right neighbors around here, you probably get some invites on some boat rides. There's probably a few boat owners here.
Yes, definitely. They all enjoy the lifestyle. It's the Florida lifestyle. That's why people come here in the winter. Who wants to be in the snow when you can be in the sunshine?
Now, when we were about 5 minutes from the resort coming in from the freeway, I was seeing all kinds of options for restaurants. What are some of your favorite restaurants here in the area?
There are so many options. My favorite option if I want to go out for a really nice dinner is Fifth Ave in Naples. Some of the best ones there, we have True Luxe, we have Ocean Prime. There's a brand new modern Asian fusion restaurant, and that's called Blackbird. And there's truly so many good options. So if you're a foodie, you would have the best time here because there's so many places to pick.
Ocean Prime is hard to beat. That's one of the hottest restaurants right now. And that's very rare to find RV resort in proximity to one of those super hot restaurants. Now, how far are we from Ocean Prime?
Ocean Prime, I would say, is about a 20-minute drive. So the whole of Fifth Ave is about a 20-minute drive from here. So it's a really cool option. You can just valet your car and it's all walkable. So you can do a little bar hop, or you could go and check out a couple of restaurants and do appetizers. It's all walking distance. There's great shopping there too, so it's nice.
And then there's a lot of stuff within a few minutes of the resort grocery stores. What all amenities are really close by here?
Yeah, so we've got great grocery stores. Publix is right up the street. We even have a Walmart that's about a 3-minute drive. Nail salons, hair salons, all of the stuff that is a necessity. Then on top of that, I mean, Marco Island is we're just over the bridge from Marco Island. So there's a lot of options over on Marco as well.
And I recently read somewhere that Marco Island is the safest neighborhood in America. I'm assuming Naples is known, you know, it's an upscale, affluent neighborhood, but a pretty low crime rate around here, I would assume.
Definitely. It's very safe in this little area of Naples, and on top of that, Pelican Lake is fully gated as well. So private gated access to the community, which helps keep everybody safe.
Now, proximity to some of the bigger cities and bigger airports. We're not far from RSW Airport in Fort Myers. And then of course, a lot of folks are, you know, flying private in and out of Naples here.
Yeah.
But how far are we from Tampa Airport or Miami Airport?
Yeah, that's one of the great things about this place is you have two big city options. So Tampa is about 2.5 hours. And then we also have Miami, which is about an hour and a half to 2 hours away. So great options for international travel as well.
Fort Lauderdale as well is pretty close.
Yep, definitely. One of the other great things about Pelican Lake is we have a huge pickleball community here. So not only do we have a large amount of courts on site here, we're also in really close proximity to the Naples Pickleball Center, which is actually where they host the US Open every April. So if you want to pickleball in Pelican Lake, you can, but there's also really great options for training and coaching at Naples Pickleball Center as well.
And there were some pretty intense games going on up front this morning. It looked like there was all different skill levels of pickleball players here at the resort.
Yeah, and we have an array of activities just surrounded for the pickleballers. So we have beginner entry level training. We also have leagues that they are part of. We have all different levels, beginners through to more intermediate. Another great thing to do nearby that I know a lot of our renters and owners enjoy doing is the Everglades is 20 miles down the street. So there's some really cool swamp buggy tours that you can do or airboat tours just to really get that authentic Florida feel.
Are there any state or national parks close by?
Yeah, there are a few. So we have Big Cypress, which is beautiful, and then we also have the Everglades right on our doorstep. So you can see some really cool nature. There's lots of hiking, lots of boardwalks. And then obviously with the beautiful Florida weather, a lot of people's favorite thing to do, mine included, is the beautiful beaches that we have nearby. So I mentioned that we have Marco Island, which is just 15 minutes down the street, but Naples itself has some gorgeous beaches, white sand, some beautiful beachside restaurants too for more of a casual vibe, or if you want to go and get a few cocktails during the day. Lots of beautiful beaches.
Yes, some of the best beaches in the world. I mean,
Yep.
we're not far north of the Florida Keys
Yep.
and the Bahamas. So this is about the closest you're going to get to the Bahamas, but still stateside.
Yeah, and Pelican Lake is a really great stopping point for anybody that's on that road trip down to the Keys, because from here it's about 4 or 5 hours. So if you've already had a really long journey, you could stop by, come stay with us for a few days. In the summer, people that are more local to Florida, they do come our way and they'll stop here before they're heading down to the Keys. It's just a really good stopping point. Talking about Key West, one of the other really cool options if you wanted to take a quick weekend away is just over on Marco Island, there's a boat that you can book and it takes you straight to the Keys. There's also the same boat that runs out of Fort Myers, which is just 45 minutes away too. So there's two really good options to get you over to the Keys without having to take your car, and then you could just rent the bikes down on the Keys and enjoy everything the Keys has to offer.
Yeah, I've heard that boat ride down there is a lot of fun as well.
Yes, I've heard that if it's a windy day, it can be a little rough, but that's part of the fun.
And you get there pretty quickly, I hear.
Yeah, I think it's just a few hours. I believe they have a bar on board so you can, get the fun started on the boat on the way there. So yeah, a lot of people love to do that as well.
We're here with Susan and Rick, and how long have you been RVing for?
Since 2009.
And how did you originally get involved RVing?
Well, we started with a tent, moved to a trailer, moved to a C class, and now we have an A class.
What is it about Pelican Lake that made you return again this year?
There are a lot of things. One, the weather's wonderful, and you've got Naples and Marco right here. But we're big pickleballers, and the pickleball community is awesome. From the get-go, they're welcoming. You're part of their family. You join in and they invite you over, and it's just a tremendous amount of fun. There's people that play competitive. There's a lot of tournaments in the area. There's a league play. We play against some of the different developments in town. There's games every day, and we have training sessions. It's really a lot of fun.
And what are some of the other activities that you enjoy while you're not playing pickleball?
Well, you can ride your bicycle everywhere. You can go to the beach, and there's multiple beaches to choose from. The shelling is great. People watching is fun. And you can shop.
Yes, ma'am. I've heard there's some really high-end shopping around here, and some of the nicest beaches in the world.
And there's farmers markets, both in Marco and Naples, that we go to. And they're wonderful restaurants. I tell you, they're wonderful restaurants.
Any favorite restaurants you have around here?
We've got a couple. We got Oyster Society down in Marco, that's tippy top. And then there's one Captain and Crew, which is downtown Naples, that we really like.
Now, some of the folks out there on YouTube have not gotten into RVing yet, or maybe thinking about RVing, or maybe thinking about coming and staying here at Pelican Lake. Is there any advice that you would have for any future RVers out there, or any RVers that are thinking about coming to Pelican Lake?
I would say just do it. I mean, it's, don't overthink it. I mean, just call, make a reservation, and come and experience it for yourself, because I guarantee you're gonna like it.
So we're here with Shelly, the on-site real estate agent here at Pelican Lake, and you've got some amazing lots to show us today, but this lot is the most expensive lot currently available here?
Yes, it is. This is 4736. It's a point cul-de-sac site that spans over 7,000 square feet. We're offering it $1,099,000, and it does include Porsche over here on the side.
Oh wow, so the Porsche is included in the 1.1 number.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
Well, that's a nice little bonus. Now, can we start to walk around a little bit? Now, this has beautiful landscaping and a lot of paver work. There's got to be a substantial cost just for the pavers alone, but I would imagine this lot probably has quite a premium, because this is not only a waterfront lot, but this has a lot more water frontage than most of the lots here. When the resort was new, it was probably a pretty large premium for a lot like this compared to some of the other lots.
Yes, and originally when these first came on, they just had a concrete pad that was just a normal size, but once people started developing, they could extend them with all the pavers, outdoor kitchen, obviously all the lush tropical landscaping. They have all different sitting areas, including the bar, sitting area up near their coaches so they can watch TV and enjoy the comfort there. And then a lot of places to entertain, which that's what this lifestyle is all about.
Yeah, absolutely. When you look at, this zip code here in Naples for $1.1 million, just to get this outdoor patio and this outdoor living space, there's $100+ million homes in this same area. So this is a lot of value here.
It really is, because it has a lot of square footage. We're obviously located right between Naples and Marco Island, which is one of the best parts about this. And there's not anywhere that you can get a big site like this in the Naples area for a motor coach.
Yes, ma'am. Now, does this have a guest house that comes with the lot as well?
Yeah, this is a raised coach house because it was built in 2021, so it's up to new code.
This is so high end, the way these steps come up. This reminds me of like being in a resort here. Now, can we take a look inside?
Sure. We're going to go in this direction, though, which is easier.
So you have multiple entrances, sliding glass doors over here, multiple stairways, a great little casita kind of coach house. We do have a small bathroom with a shower and laundry room. That's another huge advantage, to have this zip code, but then to also be able to have a coach house on your motor coach lot. I know a lot of the resorts out there are restricted at how much you can build, so really a lot of value in having all this right here on your motor coach lot.
Absolutely. And ours are allowed to be 308 square feet. And then further on in the video, we'll show you how you can also add on a 308 square foot screen room.
And one of your owners just came up to me at lunch and was telling me about how there's some great contractors here. If they do want to have coach houses built, some really good resources here in the community.
Yes, absolutely. We have some recommendations that we can give. As long as they're Florida licensed and insured, if you have your own, you're welcome to bring them in, as long as everything's covered with architectural review and Collier County.
Now, are there specific times that construction is allowed here at the resort, or is it allowed year round?
You can build from April 15th to November 15th, which is during the summertime, and that's when we're not as busy and doesn't bother any other guests in the resort.
Yeah, nothing worse than being at a resort and having to deal with tile saws and people banging away. So I appreciate you guys only allowing that during the summertime.
Right, and it's good because this is an outdoor lifestyle. So most of the activities and things are outdoors, so people don't want to hear the banging and everything like that.
We're here with Ken and Debbie, and how long have you been RVing for?
We started RVing in 2019, Andrew. It was the year before I retired in 2020, and have loved every year that we've had the coach since that time.
Yeah, and how did you get involved in RVing originally?
We took a trip out west with our family, and it was 5 of us, and we went to Yellowstone, and we thought it was going to be horrible, and it was the best thing ever, and our kids' best trip ever.
We rented gas Class A's all through the mountains, and then found out how fun it could be and started looking at coaches and found out they're condos on wheels. So loved it.
And how did you find out about Pelican Lake down here in Naples?
We're from Virginia, and we were taking some loops right before I retired and right after that were just weeks at a time. And we were down in the Keys, and we came over to Naples. We stayed at a local resort. And at the last minute, we decided to come over, and we had a tour on a golf cart here with the staff. And the moment we saw it, it was a no-brainer, Andrew. It was the lush private lots, the area, the people. We were sold right away. We didn't plan to be snowbirds, and we did. We bought, and we were lucky we did. We love it.
So when did you originally buy here at Pelican?
2021. We bought a lot with a smaller casita, and we redid the pavers. We built the larger casitas that are here now. Very high quality builders in Pelican Lake, beautiful, everyone's unique. They're all custom, outdoor kitchens, fire pits, just a luxury lifestyle that we really enjoy.
And what are some of your favorite things to do here at Pelican Lake?
The thing that we were the most surprised and happy about, we bought for the location, for the luxury, for the landscaping, but then we started to meet people on the pickleball courts, at the pool, at all the social events, and we found out that the people are even better than the resort, if that's even possible. And so we love the people, number one, and the friendships we've made, lifelong friends, but of course also the restaurants, the shopping, the beaches, the proximity to Naples and Marco Island.
Yeah, you've got a great upscale coastal community here. What are some of your favorite things to do or favorite restaurants in the Naples area here?
Fifth Avenue is a big spot for social and restaurants and shopping. So there's many restaurants there that we love, from True Lux to right on through Tommy Bahama and Mediterrano, Lima, just goes on and on. Ciao Bella on Marco Island. It's endless. You could never go to all the high-end restaurants.
Yeah, and I know there's a lot of fine dining, but any other activities that you really enjoy in the area?
We rent a pontoon or a tri-toon and go out of Marco Island, and we go over to Key Waden Island and up into Naples and Celebration Park. So boating, fishing, like I said, beaches. Pickleball is, we're big pickleball players. This community is such a strong pickleball community. Great courts, great people. That's really how we met everyone so quickly. So a lot of pickleball at every level, lessons, social, tournament play, all of it. Too many things to do.
That's true.
Very busy, pick and choose, and lots of choices.
And now that you've been lot owners here for 4 years, or 5, going on 5 years now here at Pelican Lake, is there any advice that you would have for someone out there that's maybe thinking about coming to rent here at Pelican Lake or purchasing a lot here at Pelican Lake?
You will not go wrong, whether you rent as a guest or you decide to buy. I would certainly recommend both, but if you want to try before you buy, the rental program here is fantastic. All kinds of choices on length of stay, sites that are available. And so many people have rented here that purchased either later in the same season or the next season. And you can buy and build, or you can buy already built as turnkey. So all the choices.
And then some of the folks out there on YouTube maybe are thinking about getting involved in RVing and haven't started RVing yet. Is there any advice that you would have for folks that are thinking about getting involved in the RV lifestyle?
Get your last coach first. Many people say that. We're on our second Motorcoach. Get a coach, start to travel, rent here at a minimum. You'll likely become an owner. And we never planned on being snowbirds. We planned to constantly move and travel from our home in Virginia. And once we came down here in weeks, we decided snowbirding would be a good choice. And it's been a great decision.
Also with the RV world, we've decided that we don't like hotel stays. We like to take our stuff with us, always have it with us, not have to pack, repack. And you have your washer, dryer, your dishwasher.
Your cat.
That's right. Bring my cat. It's been great.
I would just emphasize what we didn't expect, which was, as I said, the people. The people here make this. Maddie and the management staff are fantastic. We've made lifelong friends. When we're not here in season, we're visiting friends in Pennsylvania. We're going to take a trip with 12 coaches of friends from here to Newfoundland. The people side of this is hard to put in words.
This is another beautiful lot, totally different variation, but what's the story and cost with this lot?
So this one is 4437 Southern Breeze Drive, offered at $825,000. It's all expanded with all the pavers and a raised patio. The nice thing about this one is the location. When you're up on the patio, you can see a really beautiful sunset all the way down.
Yes, ma'am, and I love the way it has the multiple tiers with a couple steps up here with this elevated patio. And you were telling me that this is a really cool coach house?
It really is. It's very unique, very up to date, and almost spa-like, which I'm excited for you to see.
Yeah, and one of the things I noticed out here on the exterior before we even went outside is the door going into the coach house is extremely modern, and all of these lots are going to have a spot for a golf cart as well as a vehicle. And before we walk into the coach house here, is there an average length of the sites here at Pelican Lake?
These are usually 40 to 45 feet, plus you have room for 2 vehicles and a golf cart.
And is every site in here already finished out with pavers?
No, it's not. You can get a blank canvas basically, which we will see one of those at the end. And then you can kind of make it your own, just like you do your home.
Yeah, and I can only imagine the cost of the pavers alone. And then when you start having steps with elevated patios, I could imagine there was a significant investment put into this lot.
Yes, the pavers do add up, as well as all the edging around the landscaping. And the raised tiers definitely do help, because then you can walk right out of your coach house onto your outdoor living area.
Yes, ma'am, and I'm looking forward to asking you some of the hard questions. I want to really go over some of the hard costs on these lots, but let's take a quick look inside of this coach house here. This definitely has the wow factor in it, a totally different style design than anything I've ever seen.
Yes, and this is still 308 square feet, but it's all done, as I said earlier, a little bit like spa-like. It's got very high-end Mealy appliances, the modern cabinetry. As you can see, the really nice green backsplash. Very nice bamboo type ceiling.
Yeah, very feng shui feel. You've got the theater seating here with a cool art wall here, but back here in this bathroom, this caught my eye as soon as we walked in. This has definitely got that feng shui vibe to it. You can see the mosaic tile work with a hidden drain, floor to ceiling tile in there. You've got a backlit mirror, and then outside we're going to have, all the high-end appliances, that look like they're built into the cabinets there. Washer and dryer there. You could tell there was a lot of thought put into this.
Yes, and the nice thing about this one too is both ends have the windows, so that gives you a lot of natural light. And then all of these are bifold doors and bifold windows, which is a great way to live the outdoor lifestyle in here as well.
And you said this is available for $825,000?
Yes, this is available for $825,000. It is a standard size lakefront lot at Pelican Lake in a very nice, quiet location with a great sunset view.
And does that price include the furniture?
Yes, the furniture is included.
We're here with Shug and Blair, longtime friends of the channel. Great to see you down here at Pelican. Now, you just mentioned off camera, you've been wanting us to come to Pelican for a long time. Now, how long have you been RVing for?
Well, we've been RVing about 9 years. Absolutely love it. We found Pelican Lake because they used to do days where they brought in all the manufacturers, and then anybody in the area could come here and look at the different RV manufacturers. And we had a villa in Bonita Springs, and we came down and we looked, and I'm like, my goodness, this place is paradise. It's gorgeous. And that's how we found Pelican Lake, and that's how long we've been RVing.
Yeah, and when did you decide to buy here at Pelican Lake?
Well, we rented. That's what everybody said. Once you rent, I'm telling you, friends, you will buy, because it's secluded, it's tropical, it's just a beautiful location. And so we rented for a couple of years because he was still working. And so we'd come down for a couple weeks here, tried that area, tried over here, and then we were so in love with it, we just had to buy. And that was about 5 years ago.
What is it about the area here and the resort that you love so much?
Well, I love the people. Now, I know you hear that on all your shows, love the people. But I had a major surgery this year, and I tell you, the people rallied and sent me cards and sent me gifts and encouraged me. And I can't remember any place that we've ever lived where we had such a close cluster of friends in such a short amount of time. Everybody is so fabulous here.
You know, our location here being 20 minutes from Naples, 10 minutes from Marco Island, Southwest Florida, 25 minutes from the Gulf of America, it doesn't get any better than that. So this is where you want to be. You want 80 degrees every day, and we just about get that.
And you almost have to get this far south to really get this oasis of weather.
Right,
It's
right.
always nice here.
Yeah, this is probably the best weather in the country during the winter time. There's no question. And what are some of your favorite activities here at the resort and here in the Naples area?
Pickleball. We've met most of our friends, close friends here, and got to know the most people playing pickleball. We're in a golf league. We do that once a week. She does it more so than I do. You have dining and shopping in Naples and on Marco Island, so we enjoy that. There's the Tiki Mondays, which is a social event every Monday evening. It's free to the people in the park, and we enjoy that. You get to talk to everybody. There's no shortage of activities here. You can be as busy as you want. There's something every day.
And you can be as private as you want. The lots, as you see, Andrew, are very private. And that's what we love about it as well. You can go out and be public or stay in and have privacy. I started a Bible study here 3 years ago, and it's grown, and the women are fabulous. That's, of course, my favorite activity. We get to know each other, we support each other, we pray for each other. Golf is my second favorite. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, and you mentioned some of the restaurants here. We've been asking folks their favorite restaurants in the area. Any favorites that you recommend?
Well, our go-to is Ocean Prime in Naples, and if you ever get a chance, go to the Vine Room. That's just an experience that you have to try. I have a friend tell me that they actually burn your credit card there because it's so expensive, but it's worth one shot. We like the Oria down on Marco Island. That's a nice steakhouse there, so that's a good time. And boy, there's so many down here. We don't go out a lot. We do a lot of barbecuing on our lot, and of course there's the Gypsy Isle, and there's Snooks. There's Paradise Found. There's so many down here.
Anything on the water.
Yeah.
I like to go a little bit farther north. I'll go up to La Playa, to Bellini, or we go to the Turtle Club, just to be able to sit there and put your toes in the sand and look at the Gulf of America and visit with good friends. Andrew, come on, let's go. Let's do it.
Yep.
It sounds like a plan. Sign me up. So
Yeah, dining on the water is the best. If you
Yeah.
can get there, that's the
Yeah.
best. So.
no doubt, I think this is the best place to be, especially in the winter time. Now, some of the folks out there on YouTube maybe are thinking about, getting into the RV lifestyle, or maybe buying a lot here at Pelican Lake. Do you have any advice for folks that are thinking about RVing or thinking about buying a lot here?
My recommendation is rent first if you can get, because there's 4 sides to the lake. There's on lake, there's off lake, so you have a lot of different options, and they all live differently. So I think take your time, choose where you want to live, whether you want a 308 home, or if you want a 10 by 10 or private or not so private. Try all the different aspects here. If you haven't RV'd before, maybe rent one or talk to a lot of people. Go to the shows, watch your channel, and you'll learn a lot about it before you start. So it's a lot of fun. We enjoy it.
And I want to jump in on that Watch Your Channel. We found our Marathon Prevost from you, and it was during COVID, and it was when things were going so hot. If you made an offer, it was already gone. And you did a video on the one we're in, the marathon that we're in. And it was just fabulous. I looked at my husband and I'm like, come on, that's the one. Let's put a deposit down. So we quick called the dealer, made a deposit, and actually showed up and loved it even more. But it was because of your show that we bought it.
Well, I appreciate that, and I remember that, and that was almost 5 years ago when you bought that marathon coach. How has that coach worked out for you over the last 5 years or so?
It's been fabulous. It's been a great coach. We had 22,000 miles on it in one summer, and we do about 10,000 miles now a year as we travel, and it's been fantastic.
We have become full-time RVers. We love it.
So
So
Florida,
much fun.
Florida residents now. We used to be Minnesota, now we're Florida residents, and we're not looking back. So we enjoy it.
Oh, that's great.
A bonus for RVing is you meet people from all over the country, particularly here. And when we travel in the summer, we have places to go and people to see, and it's just spectacular. Everybody's so friendly, and they're so inviting that anywhere in the country we travel, we've got friends.
And most of them have plug-ins, so it makes it easy because they RV as well.
Yeah, a lot of great folks in this community, and then the camaraderie amongst the community, especially here at Pelican Lake. I can really, sense a special camaraderie here.
It really is a special place, and I know everybody might say that about the resort, but this one really is. We owned a villa, as I had mentioned, up north Naples, and we were there 10 years, and then we decided to full-time RV, and we sold it. We met more people here in 10 days than we did 10 years up there, so that's the kind of place. and paradise that this is.
Now there is a lot of cool cars and coaches here, but we stopped by to see this Newmar Essex for a second. Friends of the channel here, and they did some cool stuff with their lot. Now, when it becomes nighttime, this firewall, it's like 25 feet or something, is gonna light up. And I've got to compliment this Newmar paint job. I know he really pushed the team at Newmar on this Essex, but check this out. There's actually a TV on a lift in front of this waterfront lot, and they've got this huge view of the full lake here. Just another incredible lot. Now this lot is already spoken for, but just another variation of all the cool stuff you can do here at Pelican Lake. This is another incredible lot here at Pelican Lake. What's the story and price on this lot?
This one is a new product that we have that includes our 308 square foot coach house plus an extra screen room, which is 308 as well. We offer it at $899,000, which is move-in ready. And you can see our screen rooms are automatic screens. So when it's evening and you would like to close it off, you can shut it off. During the day, it can be open air.
Another stunning waterfront property with multiple different sitting areas. So we've got this beautiful fireplace area with beautiful furniture. Now at the $899,000 price, does that include the furniture?
For this one, it's negotiable. It all depends on where the offer comes in at. But the nice thing about this lot is that it is all set up if that's what you'd like. And you can overlook the fountains. And this is a north-facing exposure, so you do not get any sun in your windshield during the day.
Now, the lot that was 1.1 million that we just looked at, that included the Porsche and the 1.1 price, did that include the furniture in the coach house and everything, or was that negotiable as well?
That one did include it, yes.
That was all inclusive.
Yes,
so
it was.
This one is a couple $100,000 less, but a really nice outside under patio area. Now this will all be screened in, you said?
Yes, so what happens is here, automatic screens come down as well as over here. So they can be up during the day, down during happy hour. And then they do have the full built-in area here with all their cabinets, fridge, and ice maker.
Yeah, beautiful outdoor kitchen, definitely the more modern finishes and beautiful furniture. And I like that it's kind of like a tongue and groove ceiling, more in that white finish, but a really nice look. Now, does this have the hurricane shutters as well, or just the screens?
This one does not. This just has the regular screens that you use, but you can get what they're called hurricane screens. And those, they're just a little less see-through, and they give you a lot, obviously, from the wind. They block the wind.
I'm going to point out it's much taller doors here. Those have to be probably 8-foot doors at least, maybe even 9-foot doors here.
Yeah. And this door actually is a pocket slider. So, and they all are hurricane-proof windows, so they're up to code for that. And then it does open up for the whole walkout. So in here we have the full living area with full kitchen. They have propane, so they have a gas range, microwave, and dishwasher and fridge. And then back here, it's a full long bathroom with a very large shower.
Really modern finishes, and check out the floor-to-ceiling tile work. It's got the hidden drain like we see in the multi-million-dollar motor coaches.
And then behind you is also a washer and dryer. This one also does have a loft up here.
Oh yeah, great place for storage.
So basically this 308 square foot building becomes all 616 square feet by the time you finish it with all of this. And this was just recently finished in 2025. So it's built brand new and ready to go.
And what lot number is this?
This is 4465 Southern Breeze Drive.
Yeah, a great opportunity for someone, but we're gonna keep trying to find more affordable lots here, and we're gonna go all the way down to like the entry level lot. And I think you guys are gonna be surprised at how inexpensive some of the lots get here before they do these extravagant coach houses and lots. We're here with Scott, and Scott, I met you a few years ago, and I think you watched too much YouTube and ended up buying an RV.
I did. I hired you for a consult, and you helped me buy my first RV, which led to a second RV a couple of years later. So I've been doing this for about 3 years and loving it so far.
Now, how did you find out about Pelican Lake here?
My parents have had a place on Marco Island, which is just about 2 miles down the road, since the 80s. And I've been driving by here for years. And so once we got a motorhome, I thought I want to come down here and see what it's like. Came down here, I don't want to leave.
Yeah, it's hard to beat this. Best weather, and they've got a lot going on right now. We're here in the Newell display at Pelican Lake. They've got a Newell party going on this evening. No shortage of events around here, but what is some of your favorite activities to do here at Pelican Lake?
Well, I think that first of all, the lake that's here is a real lake, and walking around it is terrific. So my wife and I walk around it just about every day. Yesterday, we had somebody rap on our door and say, hey, come join us for drinks. And we hadn't met them before, and so we went over and joined them for drinks. And it's the people that are here that make this spectacular, because sometimes you get into some parks and the people are old. Here, you measure it by how youthful they are.
Yeah, no shortage of activities and active people here. There's a lot going on. Now, you mentioned you've been coming to the Naples area for a long time. This is an incredible area. What's so special about the Naples area, and what do you like to do around here?
I live in Minnesota, and Minnesota in the wintertime is pretty lousy. So if you want to have predictably warm and sunny weather, you got to come this far south. My wife and I have stayed in some nice luxury places further north in the state, but there's nothing like this. The pad sizes are huge, and the vegetation around it is so lush that it gives you such privacy between you and the next person. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
What's some of the other cool stuff going on here in the Naples area, or cool activities?
Well, there's a lot going on. You can go over to Marco Island. They've got great fresh fish where it comes into Goodland there, and you can get it right off the boats if you want. There are great restaurants there. Everglades City is 22 miles away. We're going down there for an airboat ride. Naples isn't far. And being from the Midwest, I've got a lot of Midwest friends that are settled in here, so it's easy to visit.
A lot of great folks in this community, for sure. Some of the folks out there on YouTube are kind of like how you were a few years ago before you dove headfirst into this lifestyle. But do you have any advice for folks out there that are maybe thinking about getting into the RV lifestyle or maybe visiting Pelican Lake?
Well, now's a very, very good time to buy. And I think that it is a lifestyle. It is something that you don't come back to the same place every time if you don't want to. And you can travel around and live in your own place. You never have to unpack. You never have to worry about somebody else's bed. It's always yours. And it's wonderful. We're loving it.
Yeah, nothing like it. Really priceless memories to be made in the RV lifestyle.
Yep.
Now, when folks want to rent a lot here at Pelican Lake, how does that whole process work? Where can they find the pricing? Is there a minimum or maximum stay as a renter? How does that all work?
So we have an on-site real estate team. They handle all of our rentals and sales. Everything is located on our website, which is www.pelicanlake.com. All of the pricing is located on there. We are one of the few resorts that we have no maximum or no minimum. So if you want to come and just spend the night, or if you want to stay with us for 6 months or a year, we welcome everybody. It's one of the things we really pride ourselves in, because we want people to, to see Pelican Lake. If they only want to stay for a day, they can stay for a day, but we do have plenty of renters, especially in season, that stay with us for 4 months or 6 months.
Now, I notice almost every site in here is occupied right now. How far in advance do you recommend that folks schedule their rentals?
So now we're coming up to the end of the 2026 season. We're already opening our rentals up for the 2027 season. So I would recommend that if you're interested in coming to Pelican Lake, call our office, let us know. The way we handle reservations, especially for the seasonal time, because we do get so full, is we book in all of those long-term renters first. And then if you are just staying for a few days, we'll contact you and we'll let you know what days we have available, but as far in advance as possible. So around this time, if you're looking to come and stay with us next season.
And then if someone wants to buy a lot and then they don't want to rent it out, they just want to keep it for themselves, they have the option to put it in the rental pool or just keep it reserved for themselves as well?
Absolutely. So they can either rent it themselves privately, but we do encourage owners to rent through our rental pool, because it's easier. We have on-site management. If there is ever a leak or if there's ever an issue on your lot and you're in another state or you're on vacation or you're not here, it's kind of like a property management service. So if you're in the rental pool, we take ownership of maintaining your lot for you, as well as renting it out for you as well.
But if I did own a lot and say one of my good buddies wanted to use it for a month or two and I wanted to work a deal directly with him, I could work that deal directly and not have to get any management company involved?
Exactly.
Wow, that's really,
Yeah.
really huge benefit.
The only thing we ask if you are renting your lot privately and if you have somebody on your lot utilizing it is we have a renter form that you have to fill out and submit to our office just so we can get them registered in the system. That means if they're staying for a week, a month, 3 months, they're going to get all of our emails. They're going to know about all the fun stuff that's going on, or if there's an emergency, we have them registered. Any rentals, we do have a small resort fee and it's on a tiered structure. So depending on the length of your stay, if it's a week, it's a $25 resort fee. If you're staying, the maximum resort fee is $300, and that's if you're staying for 3 months plus. That just covers the use of the amenities, and again, we just want to make sure that everybody's registered in the system so they know about all the fun stuff going on.
That's very fair and very reasonable, and then the owner can set their prices. So if they want to, just let one of their friends use it for free, or if they want to retail it out and try to get top dollar out of it, they have that option. I don't know of a lot of resorts that do that. I think this may be the first time I've heard of that. I really respect that.
Thank you.
We're here with David and Valerie, and how long have you been RVing for?
This will be our second season.
And how did you originally get involved in RVing?
We're sailors for in upstate New York, and our dock neighbors owned a lot down here for over 20 years. And we got to talking to them, and they brought us down here when we were visiting them. And the minute we went through the gate, we knew this was the place we wanted to be.
Yeah, you're here at one of the nicest Motorcoach resorts in the country. Now, what was it about Pelican Lake that made you really like it?
Before we got here, we didn't have a lot of experience with motorhomes or parks. And we just knew that it looked like a nice place. We liked the proximity to the airports. The beaches are all within a few miles, Naples, and just so much to do here. We also knew that we wanted to be as far south as possible. This year proved that what happens in Jacksonville doesn't happen in Naples with the temperatures. It didn't take us long before we realized that it was really a nice place, and from there we started talking about long-term relationship being here.
Yeah, it's hard to beat the weather here in the wintertime, probably the best weather in the U.S. in the wintertime, without a doubt. Now, I heard that you came here last season, was your first season renting, and then you decided to rent again this season. How long have you been staying here for this season?
We came down again in November, brought the coach down to get it out of upstate New York weather, and then did some traveling back. But this will be our second full season here. And we knew that when we came back, we were in the market for a coach. We kind of tracked things over the winter. Is that right? Was it winter or summer now? I don't remember when the season changed. We tracked over the summer to see how things were, Pelican Lake were going, and we knew when we got back here, we'd identified a couple that we were interested in.
Yeah, and you liked it so much, I heard you ended up buying a lot here?
We did. Val took the point geographically where she wanted to be, what things we were looking for in a lot, and there's so much diversity between the cul-de-sacs and north and south facing and those kind of things.
Basically, you can't find a bad lot in this place. It's gorgeous. We love the tree-lined streets. It's so safe to walk around here in the neighborhoods, and it looks like an established neighborhood, like a residential neighborhood. That's one of the things that I think really puts it apart from other parks that we've been at.
The sidewalks are an important thing for us. We walk our dog. We also have our morning routine. The dogs get their walk twice around. The dogs have made friends down here. There's lots of pet-friendly people here between the dog park and like that. So all those things, even the street lighting at night, it's very safe. Everybody, the coach lights are on. It's just a great place to just get out of the car and get off the golf cart and walk around.
Yeah, and I know the folks here seem to be extremely active. What are some of your favorite activities to do while you're here at Pelican Lake?
Well, like the rest of the world, we adopted pickleball. We're not going to be playing, with the pros anytime soon, but there are so many activities to do here in the course of the day besides pickleball. Obviously, walking is an important thing for us, and many of the activities that we participate in up at the clubhouse are things we've never done before. So new things that we've been exposed to that we just never had an opportunity.
Anything from book studies to Bible studies to exercise classes and yoga and euchre, somebody game night, bingo. Just so much, and you can be as involved as you want or not. Sometimes it's like, let's just have a quiet night at home tonight. So you can be, it's a great place. You're with like-minded people that want this sort of a lifestyle. So for us, I think the real reason that we wanted to buy in Pelican Lake is this is the lifestyle that we knew that we wanted at this point in our lives.
There's a lot going on here at Pelican Lake, but Naples has a lot going on as well. Is there any favorite activities you have in the Naples area or favorite restaurants at all?
We haven't done a lot of exploring yet. It's kind of sad. You get here and you tend to want to stay here. And somebody says, well, we're going to go here or there. And we say, well, why? Everything you want or need is right here. We have gone to some restaurants. Marco is one of our favorite places because of the beaches. And that was the other thing about this proximity is there are 10 beaches within a 30-minute drive of here. And we'll go up in the morning for sunrise, go back again for sunsets when those are happening. There are just so many restaurants to pick from that it's almost, you could go out every night if you wanted to.
Some of the folks out on YouTube are maybe not RVing yet and thinking about getting into the RV lifestyle or coming to Pelican Lake here. Is there any advice that you would have for some folks thinking about dipping their toe in the water?
We were sold the day we got here. We were fortunate to have somebody that had been here over 20 years. They were original owners here at Pelican Lake. And we started talking with them across the dock from each other. And until you get here, you really can't begin to, they showed us some pictures and like that. By the time we drove through the gate and just took our first circle around like that, we knew that we were hooked.
It's just you can socialize so much here. You can just, you don't have to, it's interesting to learn people's stories. I said, as far as like the RVing though, it's getting used to living on a smaller space, but you're outdoors all the time. I feel for David and I, we realized how much we don't need, like how many things that we had, like how many things we have in our home, and just sort of simplifying that to be able to live this kind of lifestyle, which we're loving. Pelican Lake is about the park. It's a gorgeous park. The proximity to so many things, and the people, most importantly the people. I love it that when we go to walk the dogs in the morning, it takes over an hour to walk around a park that's not that big because there's so many people to stop and talk to. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. That's great. So we're here in a preserve lot, which is quite a bit less expensive than the last few lots we've seen, but this is still really decked out. What's the story with this lot?
Well, the difference is we now are on to off-lake preserve views. What that means is that you back in your motor coach and then you have a very large living area. This site is actually bigger than the lakefront, other than the first cul-de-sac we saw. This is over 5,300 square feet, so it is very large. You do take advantage of not having a sidewalk when you're doing off-lake, which is nice as well.
But I like having this preserve area the way they have. I believe that's viburnum along the back wall there. The landscaping really creates a tranquil, private environment. We've got a beautiful water fountain back here. There's a lot of paver work done here. I can only imagine the cost of all these pavers, but what is the price of this lot?
This lot is offered at just under $500,000. The nice thing about this is they did finish it all with the pavers and the raised edging, water fountain. And as we go back further, you're gonna see that there's a full built-in kitchen behind this coach house as well. And what's nice about that is it really uses up the whole lot. You have a nice dining area here, nice comfortable living area here.
And I would say that this space back here is a lot more private. This is going to be tucked back behind your motor coach, where if you want to have a private meal, I don't think you have to really worry about your neighbors walking up on you. But if you wanted to be more social and sit more towards the front of the lot, you've got multiple sitting areas up front there as well, where it's maybe easier to say hi to someone walking by with their dog. But I would have never thought there was a kitchen back here. Now, someone that wants to come back here and have a little privacy in the kitchen, what a great area. And then this preserve behind us, how many acres is that back there, and what is the story with this land behind this lot?
This land is a green space and basically preserved for the development, housing development, which was a high-end housing development behind us. There will not be anything there, so you always will have the privacy.
Yeah, and I can imagine there's a significant cost with all of this outdoor kitchen area alone. I mean, I would say there's probably $100,000 just in the outdoor kitchen back here, and even a beautiful tile backsplash along the back wall of the coach house. I see a security camera system installed as well. I'm assuming that comes with the, do you know if the Arlo cameras come with the coach house at that price?
Well, usually it just depends whether they can transfer them to you or not. Some people take them with you, but you can always get security cameras yourself. The nice thing about this kitchen is that it is private, so you're not on display. If you want to come out in the morning, make breakfast, you could be in your shorts.
Yeah, and then we still have a nice coach lot as well. This is a tremendous value, under $500,000 in this zip code to have this much outdoor living and a coach house. Let's take a quick look inside here.
Perfect.
This smells really nice. I don't know what they did with the aroma, but it has a very nice smell in this coach house. What's all going on in here?
Yeah, so this is another floor plan again. This is a little bit more of a bigger living area, and then it does have the kitchen with the white subway tile. And then back behind where you are, you will see that there's a full bathroom with laundry.
Wow.
And as well as storage area.
Yeah, beautiful bathroom back here. I love the colors they used with the warmer tones. And then you've got the stackable washer and dryer. Then your head back here. And I think this probably is my favorite floor plan in a coach house. We've seen a few different floor plans, but this is you've got your living area, your galley. It's just a cool, kind of separated. They're all really cool, but this is a really nice use of space.
This doesn't have a loft, so it does have an area for storage. This area makes it feel a little bit bigger. And then it does have the nice picture window that looks out onto your patio, which is always nice.
This is a lot for under 500,000, but when someone buys a lot here, what other costs can they incur? We've got property tax, HOAs, landscaping. What all are they going to be responsible for?
So when they do purchase, they have there's 289 sites in Pelican Lake. So you're one of 289 basic owners of the whole resort. Everyone pays the same maintenance fee no matter what property you have. And your HOA fee is $2,064.34 per quarter. And that does include all of the landscaping, which is a very big thing for Pelican Lake because we have a lot of landscaping. It does include the security, it includes professional management, which is a big deal, and it does include your sewer, and it does include your internet. The few things that it doesn't include is your property tax, your electric, and our water as well.
Other than the HOA fee, what other expenses are folks going to incur when they purchase a lot here?
Okay, so when you do purchase, there is a capital assessment that is every buyer pays it. It's either $5,000 or 2%, whichever is greater. And that does go into the operating budget of Pelican Lake POA. Property taxes, that runs about 1.25% of your value. There is an assessed value, which is not just directly what you pay. And I help people that are buying, I give them a great estimate based on the year before of what their property taxes will be.
Then you said electricity.
Electricity is extra, and then we do give internet. If you want cable, you can add cable, but most people nowadays stream.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity for someone under $500,000, but you have some more lots that are even less expensive than this?
Yes, I do. We'll go on to some less expensive ones, and you can make them more your own if that's how you would like to proceed.
So we're back on the water now, but we even went down in price. This is less expensive than the last lot we saw?
Yes, this is. We're at 4521 Southern Breeze Drive. That's listed at $399,000. It is lower than the last off-lake one because it is different upgrades. And as you see as we go in, it does have a 10 by 10 coach house, which is approximately 100 square feet. And they have finished all of it with new upgraded tile roof and stucco outside.
And I love all of the different sitting areas. Now there's a small step up to this terrace up here, a beautiful overhead awning. Now at that $399,000 price point, does that include all of the furniture?
Yes, all of this is like new furniture, includes both sitting areas, the grill, and then obviously the granite countertop area for entertaining. Then this is north facing, so you do have a beautiful view of the lake. We're just about 5 or 6 lots down from the clubhouse, and you do see both fountains from here as well.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with, even on the lake lots here, the way that they're sectioned off with all the foliage. And then you mentioned this kind of bar style setup back here. And then this is going to have a smaller coach house, a 10 by 10?
Yes, this has a 10 by 10 coach house, which is used for laundry and bathroom. Very simple and nice for you to when you have guests over, or just use for yourself for storage.
Yeah, it's got an air conditioning unit in here as well. You've got a toilet, outdoor shower, your washer and dryer, small refrigerator, nice outdoor space out here. If someone wanted to upgrade this coach house to a bigger coach house, is that possible?
Yes, absolutely. All the sites are big enough that you can do a regular 308 coach house plus a 308 screen room. The one big thing that is important at Pelican Lake is the privacy between lots. That's one of the best things. We do require each owner to have the foliage on their pedestal side so that it creates privacy so you're not looking into your neighbor.
Definitely gives each lot a really nice private feel. Now, if folks are a little more budget conscious and not quite ready to jump all the way in at about 400 grand, do you have anything less expensive to show them?
I do, absolutely. The one more thing I wanted to point out is a lot of people here have a lot of night lighting. The resort is beautiful in the nighttime. Even from across the lake, you look over and it is absolutely beautiful to look at and enjoy even in the nighttime.
We're here with Tom and Deb, and how long have you been RVing for?
We started to RV almost 4 years ago.
And how did you originally find out about Pelican Lake here?
So we were at a resort in North Carolina, met some folks up there who had a lot here, and they said this was a can't miss destination for the winter. So that's how we found it.
Yeah, no doubt one of the best Motorcoach resorts in the country.
Absolutely.
Now, what are some of your favorite activities to do here at Pelican Lake?
There is so much to do here. You could have your day completely filled, or you could just be taking it very easygoing. We have a very large pickleball community here, so whether you're advanced or you're a beginner, we have something here for you. There's league play, there's tournaments, there's round robins, so really, really fun when it comes to pickleball. We have Tiki Mondays, so that's when all the guests get together up at the pool and have a drink, and you can meet new friends there. We also have book clubs, card clubs, euchre clubs, all kinds of fun clubs for anybody here.
Outside of here, we play golf, we go to the beach, and we do some sport car rides as well. So great people here.
Yeah, I've seen a few nice cars rolling around in the resort. There's no shortage of luxury cars around here. Now, Naples is known as one of the nicest communities in America, kind of an upscale coastal community.
Yes.
What are some of your favorite amenities in the Naples area here?
So when we go to Naples, which is only about 20 minutes away, like you said, it's upscale. The shopping is unbelievable. The dining is just out of this world. There's always unique restaurants to go to. I don't think there's any chain restaurants in Naples, so it's all very different. You could probably go to a different restaurant every single night of the week. The beaches are fabulous, and there's just a wonderful group of people always at Naples.
And I heard that you decided to purchase here at Pelican Lake. Now, how long have you been owners here at Pelican Lake, and what made you decide to purchase here?
So we visited last year for a month in January, mid-February, 3 weeks into it, based on the relationships that we had already started to form here. We started looking around, made an offer, purchased a lot here, had a coach house already built, outdoor kitchen, great entertaining space.
For folks out there that are maybe thinking about purchasing a lot here at Pelican Lake or maybe renting a lot, do you have any advice?
Yeah, I would say come and stay. I would plan probably at least 2 weeks to visit here. That way you can immerse yourself in all the social activities, the pickleball, all the activities that Deb mentioned here. Get to know people, integrate into the community, and you will not regret buying here.
The people are just fantastic here. They really, really are. And the age demographic is out of this world. You have families here in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and even into their 80s. So no matter what age you are, you will find your people here, and you become a big family, which that's what we absolutely love about it.
Now, some of the folks out there on YouTube maybe haven't started RVing yet and are thinking about getting involved in the RV lifestyle. Do you have any advice for folks that are thinking about getting involved in RVing?
I would say pick the motorhome that you want to end up in, not a starter motorhome. This is our second motorhome. Nothing wrong with the first, but this one here just offers us everything that we want to be able to travel comfortably. We are no longer hotel people. We prefer not to fly. We've got plans to travel for the next 3 summers with people from here, 5, 6, 8, 10,000 mile trips coming up. So buy what you're going to need and make sure that you do it the first time around.
And if you're on the fence, just do it. Just try it. We said, hey, we're going to try this for 5 years. And if we don't like it after 5 years, we'll sell it and go back to our regular lifestyle. But it's coming up on 4 years, and we can't see ourselves quitting anytime soon.
Now, you mentioned RVing versus traveling in hotels and airplanes. What's the biggest differences that you guys notice between the two?
I don't think there's a comparison. I mean, you travel on your own schedule. You're not committing to dates ahead of time for airline bookings. You have everything that you need with you. We bring our bikes, we bring our golf clubs, we have all the clothes and all the entertaining stuff that we need with us when we're on the road. No better way to travel.
Well, I'll let you get back to enjoying this beautiful day. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, Andrew.
Good to meet you.
We're here with Paul and Lisa, and how long have you been RVing for?
I've been RVing all my life, but with my wife, we've probably been doing it since about 2012. Was the first coach that we got, and spent some time with our daughter racing dirt track racing. And we kind of started to go camping with it some and developed we like this. So we pursued into a lot more.
Well, now this is a little bit different lifestyle than the dirt track racing lifestyle. Now, how did you transition into finding a lot here at Pelican Lake?
So we were in Sarasota for a New Year's with our kids, and it was raining on New Year's Day, and we came down here and we went to a couple places. They didn't want to let us in. They're like, well, there's no salesman representative. We came here and there was a girl working, and she said, come on in. And we came in, and she goes, when are you looking to come stay? And we gave her the dates, and she said, I have one spot available. I said, let us make a lap. We made a lap. We went in and signed up, and it's history after that. I mean, we fell in love with the place. So
you were renting or buying at that point?
We just rented at that point. So we rented for about 4 or 5 years, and now we've been owners for 5 years.
And so when did you originally rent here?
In 2015. Yeah. January, February of 2015 was our first stay.
So you rented for a few years and then ended up buying a lot here. How did all of that unfold?
We decided after getting our kids through college that we loved the place, and this is where we wanted to hopefully spend some of our later years in our life. And we said, let's start shopping around. And we looked at different styles of what you might like here. And when Shelly called us and said, I have the one it's for you. And she sent us a video, and within an hour or two, I think we purchased the place.
Now, what are some of your favorite activities to do here at Pelican Lake?
Well, we live and die pickleball pretty hard, so that's our love. We have pickleball courts at our house, at home. The community that has developed while we were here is an unbelievable community, whether it's pickleball or not, but there is a great group of people who play pickleball here, who actually come to our house now on Labor Day weekend, and we spend a weekend together there. There's friends that we've met here that we visit every summer. It's developed into a very important part of our life. You know, I mean, these people are our lives now, you know. Even though we only get to see them 4 months a year here, we make sure that we still see them other times of the year.
Yeah, that's awesome. And Lisa, I hear that you're an instructor in pickleball as well?
Yep, for beginners. I have the beginners get started, and then we get them involved in the community, and it just grows from there.
Yeah.
It's a very inclusive, welcoming community. We want to keep it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I saw all different levels of play. There were some pretty intense pickleball games out there this morning.
Yep.
And there's no doubt there's plenty of pickleball to be played around here. But are there any other activities in the area and at the resort that you enjoy?
Well, lots of them. Paddleboarding, we went down to the estuary, went paddleboarding through there. They have like marked trails. It's very nice. The biking, there's tons of biking to do in the area. The number of restaurants, I don't think you could eat at the same restaurant twice in an entire season if you chose to do that. There's lots of other things to do.
There's stuff that's not far from here either. I mean, when you go up into northern Naples and Bonita Beach, you got Vanderbilt Beach, you got some beautiful places that you can go and have a beach dinner at, or there's just tons to do. I mean, if you go look for it, you can find it.
Lots of great shelling. If anybody likes shelling, there's lots of great shelling in this area.
Yeah, some of the best beaches in the world are real close to here.
Yes.
Boating is fantastic.
Yeah, we rent boats, or we go with friends boating. Boating is fabulous here. Lots of places you can go by boat.
Yeah, and I'm sure you have a lot of wisdom being owners here and renting here for about a decade of visiting Pelican Lake. Now, some of the folks out there have maybe thought about getting involved in RVing. Is there any advice that you would have for folks that haven't started RVing yet, but are maybe thinking about getting involved in the RV lifestyle?
I don't know. There's several different things to RVing. There's the RVing that you might enjoy, just staying at a nice small facility with a small trailer. That's RVing, and if that's what you love, then you do what you love. We have grown to love this place, and this is what we love to do. So this is where we're at. But to give it great advice, I don't know. I think you have to go out and feel yourself out to see what you like, whether you like to be around a lot of people, whether you don't like to be around a lot of people. And if you love people, this is the place to be, because we do everything together. It's just amazing.
Now, for folks that are thinking about maybe coming to rent here at Pelican Lake or purchase a lot here, would you have any advice for folks out there in that position?
I think I would. I would say come here and rent possibly 2 or 3 times and see what you like before you make a purchase. See if you like the water lots. See if you like the off-water lots. Like here, I love the water, but I also, when we saw this lot and we got back here, it's quiet. We're not really near a lot of the traffic, so there's just different things to enjoy here. Some people like the water. Some people like it off the water. Some people like a small coach house. But come try it before you make a huge decision maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of different options for
Yes.
everybody here. So
Yes, yeah, there's different options. So you should come and try it, talk to people. You know, even though you're on this lot, talk to other people and say, hey, what do you like about your lot? What do you like about that lot? What do you like about the water? So there's lots of things that you can learn to be able to make a great investment and say, this is where I'd like to be in the park.
I think with any community, if you come into a community and you just exclude yourself and kind of don't step out of your comfort zone or don't like say hello to somebody, it's not going to be for you anywhere. So you have to be prepared to, when you go somewhere, go out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, and that's part of RVing.
Meet some people. Yeah.
That's part of RVing.
Yeah.
Is where you're out in your comfort zone and what you want to be with.
Well, I love this lot here, a very private, almost in the corner here of the resort. Looks like this is backed up to the preserve as well.
Yeah, so this one is actually on our only off-lake cul-de-sac lot, and the sites are oversized a little bit more even than the regular off-lake properties. The nice thing about this is you're not on the big circle, so it is a little bit quieter.
And what is the price of this lot?
This is site 4983 Coach Lane, and it is $249,000.
Now, someone could build on this if they wanted to build on it as well?
Yeah, so this has the 10 by 10 coach houses. This is pretty standard, has a wraparound awning. And if you do want to build on this, this is a great opportunity because it is a very oversized lot, over 5,600 square feet. It does back up to the preserve, and you can see just how private and nice the whole site is.
If someone wants to offset their ownership expense here, would they be able to buy this lot and then put it back in the rental pool and get some income from it?
Yeah, actually this one is currently in our rental pool. So in our rental pool, you can choose what dates you give it to us. You don't have to give it to us for the whole season. If you're gonna be out traveling somewhere for a month, you can always give it to us for just those days. We do a 75-25 split, so you get 75% of whatever income we collect on your property.
Now, who determines the prices of the rentals?
I'm the on-site realtor, and we look at the whole area and what our competition is, and we do a market study and decide what we're gonna charge. And we have 4 different categories. We have off-lake, and then a premier off-lake, lakefront, and then premier lakefront. So as a renter or guest, you can choose what amount of money you would like to spend. If you get to longer term, there is discounts that are available to you as well.
And what would something like this rent out for?
So basically this starts in season, because that's when most people are here, starts at $190 a night, and then you can stay days, weeks, months, however long you want to stay.
And how long is the in season, and what percentage of the lots stay fully rented or occupied during the season?
So mostly our season is January, February, and March. That's the big time. We do have a lot of people that come in November and December. A lot of people will do a 6-month rental so that they can come get set up, go home and spend the holidays with their families, and then come back, and then they don't have to winterize their coaches. That's a big bonus. But the big season is January, February, March.
And what percentage of the resort is going to be sold out during that season?
So we try to get 100% full, but we always try our best to fit people in. If we have any open sites, we will definitely call the owners. Lately, we've probably been in the 90 percentile for January, February, and March.
And if someone wanted to rent out their lot and not deal with the rental agency, are they able to rent it directly to their friends?
Yes, you can. If you have friends that you're letting use it, you can absolutely. There is a resort fee that you would have to pay even if you're renting it yourself. We offer a full service to our owners so they don't have to worry about the rental, and we can take care of it and make it an easy experience for them.
Now, if you guys are looking for that bargain deal, this is a great opportunity. What did you say the price is on this lot?
This is 4678 Southern Breeze Drive, and it's listed at $219,000.
$219, does that include this beautiful orange furniture?
It does. It's ready to go with your own coach.
And this does have a small 10 by 10 casita. It is a preserve lot, but to get a piece of real estate in this zip code at this price point, this is probably one of the least expensive properties in this zip code, I would bet.
Yes, and in Pelican Lake, we have a few under this, but it's a very good opportunity because it's completely finished with pavers expanded out, nice tropical landscaping, and the 10 by 10 is finished as well.
Yeah, it looks like there's a flat screen TV out here. And can we take a quick look inside of the coach house here?
Sure.
This is a nice little living area here. You've got an air conditioning unit, Nice spot to sit down, a little bathroom with a shower. To get all of this with a huge RV lot at this price point in Naples, Florida. If you've got champagne taste on a beer budget, you can be in the same zip code as a bunch of billionaires for under $250,000 here.
Absolutely. And the nice thing is it just gets you in Pelican Lake. You can try it out, see how you like it. If you want to upgrade it, that's up to you.
Well, and we actually were talking to another owner here that had bought a lot kind of similar to this with a 10 by 10. They loved the lot, but they were able to actually replace that with a brand new build 300 square foot coach house. And then you could do another 300 square feet screened in area. So a nice blank canvas as well if someone wanted to develop it.
Absolutely. And this is an off-lake site that is a little bit larger, almost 5,300 square feet. So it does have a lot of opportunity to make it your own.
We're here with Tim and Candy on a beautiful lot here. Now, how long have you been RVing for?
We bought the coach fall of 20, just after COVID hit a little bit. We coached for a couple of years, still had our home in Illinois. Then the fall of 22, we decided to sell our home. And then we had a condo on Fort Myers Beach, and Ian hit it at the same time, ruined the condo. So we've been full-time ever since. Haven't looked back. So 3.5 years we've been full-time in the coach.
Well, and I think there was probably plenty of time to maybe buy a new condo, but you must really like the RV lifestyle to be full-timing since then?
Absolutely love it, Andrew. Yeah, it's just the freedom of it where you can just travel wherever you want and pick up and go, and the people we meet is priceless.
Along the road, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. We're adventurous anyway, so yeah, we fit right in.
Now, how did you find out about Pelican Lake, and when did you first come here to Pelican Lake?
Well, we were up at Lawrenceville getting some work done, and we met this couple, Tim and Betsy. Tim and Betsy said, well, have you ever been to Pelican Lake? We said, where's that? They said, well, it's right around the corner from Naples. So yeah, we're so glad we stopped in here and checked.
Yeah.
So we ended up buying here.
The lots are huge, they're private, and the people just wonderful.
Yeah, we love the mature vegetation here.
Yeah.
The trees and stuff, and everybody's got a great privacy barrier, so it means a lot.
And this is a beautiful lot you're on here. This is one of the nicest lots in the resort, I would say. How long have you owned this lot for?
2 years.
2 years, yeah. We started off across the lake there, and it had a 10 by 10, and we knew we wanted a 308, but then we got some pricing to construct, and we said, let's try to buy an existing one. So it made sense.
Yeah, now I know there's a very active lifestyle here amongst the community. Now, are there any favorite activities that you have here at Pelican Lake?
I'm on the events committee, so we do great parties, outdoor, indoor parties, and I just joined the events committee. So excited going forward. And pickleball is a huge one. Anything outdoor. It's an outdoor living lifestyle. So anything outdoor, we absolutely love.
You might have noticed the motorcycle. We love the motorcycle. So there's this group of guys in here that motorcycle. So yeah, we love that.
And I know Newell Coach is here throwing a big party on site this evening. So I know a lot of the high-end Motorcoach companies come and sponsor different events here. But what are some of the other events here at Pelican Lake throughout the year?
Good question. There's so much. I mean, you can be busy from morning to night. It's unbelievable. There's Tiki Monday. There's
yoga.
Yoga.
Water yoga.
Water aerobics.
Game night. Euchre and.
We love euchre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Left, right, center.
Tuesday night. Yeah.
Just do a lot of different things.
What do you like to do for fun in the Naples area?
Restaurants. There's so many good restaurants. And
any favorite restaurants?
Bistro 821 downtown on 5th is my favorite.
And then Isle of Capri is just down the road here too. Yeah. It's got a few laid back waterfront restaurants. Island Gypsy and Pelican Bend. Yeah, it's all good. And then around Marco, there's a lot of marinas and water sports. We got a wave runner, so it plays right into that.
Shopping is good, but the beaches are beautiful. I mean, South Beach is real close.
Now, some of the folks out on YouTube may be thinking about getting involved in RVing. Do you have any advice for folks out there that are maybe thinking about getting involved in the RV lifestyle that haven't yet?
Yeah, don't wait too long. Yeah, we're appreciative that we can do it at our age. Yeah, because once you get older, it becomes challenging. Can be challenging. So yeah, if you're thinking about it, get into it. So Yeah, time passes quick.
And then some of the folks out there are maybe thinking about visiting and renting here at Pelican Lake or purchasing a lot here at Pelican Lake. Is there any advice that you think about someone thinking about coming to Pelican Lake?
Oh, do it. The community of the people is unbelievable. So friendly and
Active.
yeah.
Yeah, rent
Just,
for a period of time, right?
Yeah.
Scope it out. Yeah,
Sure.
see if you like it. Yeah, you'll be convinced pretty quick probably. Once again, the privacy of every lot, I think that means a lot. We, travel some with the coach obviously, and you go into RV parks and stuff, and if there's not many trees and mature vegetation, just seems like you're kind of out there, in the open or whatever. So we kind of scope that out prior, and so that's probably the biggest asset here, I believe, is just the beauty of it.
Yeah, I would say the landscaping here is some of the best landscaping of any motor coach resort in the country.
Yeah, it seems like it. Yeah, we've gone to numerous across the country, and it's just quaint, really quaint lots.
Now, for the folks out there like me that may not have as big of a checkbook as some of the folks in Naples, this is a great opportunity. Did I hear you right when you said the price of this lot?
Yeah, $135,000, and it's 4600 Southern Breeze Drive.
This is by far the least expensive lot in the community. What is so inexpensive about this lot?
Well, this is basically a great investment opportunity.
Yeah.
And it is also a blank canvas where it has the original concrete, no pavers or anything. Does have landscaping and nice. You can expand this site out as big as you want. You can either finish the inside of this coach house, which is a 10 by 10, or you can completely redo the whole site how you would like to do it.
Now, there's not a preserve behind this lot. There is a road. Now, there's a large wall. That's got to be close to 8 to 10 feet tall. How busy is the road behind this? Is that a really busy road, or?
No, so this road is the entrance to Pelican Lake. It comes off of the main Collier Boulevard. So you're going to get some traffic, but it is nothing that's to be concerned about.
Haven't heard any crazy noise while we've been standing here. For those of you out there on a budget, it's going to be hard to beat this. Now, it does have a small coach house. Is this more of a storage shed, or?
Yes, it's more of a storage shed.
It's a little dated in here, but you still have a shower and a bathroom here. It could probably be updated or maybe built something new, but at this price point, a lot of wiggle room. And even to be a property owner in the state of Florida, in Naples, this has to be by far the least expensive property in Naples, I would bet.
For RV lots, I would say yes, absolutely. And this is the nice thing is you can get into Pelican Lake and be a part of the community at just a little bit. And then if you want to upgrade it, you can. If not, you can be very happy just enjoying the Southwest Florida sun.
You're still gonna have access to the same amenities as all the $1 million lots. Really awesome opportunity. I would snap this one up quickly, even as an investment. This is something, when I hear 135, I always like to buy the least expensive property in the really expensive neighborhood. So some of you out there that have that same mindset may see the value on this as well. Well, they're getting ready to hold a huge party here in the clubhouse behind us. And Maddie, I see you've done a wardrobe change since we saw you earlier today, but what's all happening right now at the clubhouse?
So tonight we have our season finale, which is sponsored by our loyal sponsors over at Newell Coach. We love you guys at Newell. And tonight's theme is Cuba Caliente. So we have a huge gala inspired evening, which starts with a happy hour over by the beautiful Newell Coaches, and then we have an authentic Cuban dinner, cigar rolling, a mojito station, a photo booth to celebrate an amazing season, say goodbye to all of our snowbirds, and reset, ready for next season.
Yeah, they are not messing around with this party. Everything is first class here. Very authentic Cuban themed party. And here in South Florida is about one of the only places you could have the resources to pull off a party like this. It looks like the real deal in there. Now, what other facilities are around the clubhouse here at Pelican Lake?
So the clubhouse offers beautifully resurfaced pickleball courts, which also has a really nice tiki hut with an outdoor kitchen for our pickleball family. We have a newly renovated clubhouse. So our clubhouse was renovated in 2022 to 2023, tore back entirely to the studs. We renovated the whole thing because Pelican Lake has been around for over 20 years, so we want to keep up with the times, keep modernizing. So that's over 10,000 square feet. It has a library, a conference room, a beautiful fitness center, a commercial grade kitchen, which we use for our wonderful events like tonight, and we have a beautiful pool, spa, and we have a huge tiki bar, really nice outdoor space for entertaining too. as much as, you know, there's a lot to do in the surrounding areas at Pelican Lake, we love to party here as well. So making sure the clubhouse is a really great hub to host indoor and outdoor events was very important for the community and something that we take full advantage of.
Yeah, definitely a top-notch facility. And even your fitness room, I have to compliment, because you've got a lot of equipment as well. Some of the RV resorts kind of hold back on their equipment. They are not holding back anywhere. Everything is first class. Can folks reserve the clubhouse for parties, or how does that work?
Yep, we do have a reservation system for owners, so it's a small deposit and a fee. They also have access to all of our decor and stuff for the parties, so they can host private events. This is such a big community. All of our owners are like family, so we really rarely see private events, and if there is a private event, it's usually still just people within the park and within the resort. They definitely take full use of the clubhouse.
And they're definitely taking use of it tonight with an awesome Newell sponsored event here. Definitely worth getting your reservation set for next year so that you don't miss out on some of these parties. If you want to learn more about Pelican Lake Motorcoach Resort, you can check out pelicanlake.com. We'll make sure to leave that in the description below. And again, a huge thanks to the team here at Pelican Lake and all of the wonderful owners for showing us around today. We greatly appreciate the opportunity. And we also appreciate all of you liking, sharing, and following, and hope you're all having a great day. Thanks again.